Hello, hello. I'm back, completely destroyed, tired, but I'm here. Is anybody here with me already? If you are, step forward and introduce yourself. I'm kidding. I'm back with news. My God, hallelujah. Hallelujah. I have good news for you guys. I'm going to wait for people to to step forward and say hello, for me to share the news with you guys. I mean, also open Instagram. I think people from Instagram would be interested in learning about this. So let's go. Very tired, guys. I was in a class. Here I am making a second live tonight because of this mess the Brazilian government has made. It left everything for the last minute. So let me put Instagram here for people to come join us for this important announcement. So I'm gonna go live here. Hello guys, hello people from Instagram. I'm sorry for my tired face because I am super tired, but there is a very special reason for me to be here tonight. So you can follow us through YouTube, or you can follow us here on Instagram right now. Hello, Richam, how are you? Because of you, man, you sent me a message, you made a comment. There is a publishment. Here I am. I went to check, and yes, finally the government has published and made it official. So I'm breaking the news for you guys. I spent the whole day checking all the possible pages, all the newspapers, radio stations, TV, because I know how terrible it was for you guys who have a ticket to come to Brazil, have plans to come to Brazil, and you didn't know what to do. Now it's official. Remember what I said? I don't know if you guys were here. I made a live 2 hours ago to say, guys, nothing has been published yet. But it's not strange for the Brazilian government to take a while and publish something at Diário Oficial da União, which is the official government newspaper. I remember cases when the government published in the dead of night, about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, they posted something. Now it's official. Finally, I can tell you this. Oh, there is a cable here from. Finally, I can tell you this. You guys don't need the Brazilian visa to come. If you're traveling tomorrow, have how do you say that in English? Safe travels for you guys. May God bless your trip. I hope you can sleep on the plane. I hope you can watch some good movies, but you do not have to worry about the Brazilian visa. Now it's official. President Lula has posted the decree, has released the decree. It's printed there at Diário Oficial da União. The requirement is going to be postponed until 10th of April 2025. It's able time, according to the government, for them to discuss the issue with the opposition, for them to see what is best for Brazil. They want to listen to the other side. They want to see if getting back with the demands is good, is going to increase the number of Americans, Canadians, and Australians visiting Brazil, or if not, the same Americans will be coming, the same Canadians will become, nobody else. So they want to see everything in details during this period until they can sit down and come up with a conclusion for what to do. But at least, guys, you got a whole year to travel to Brazil. You got a whole year for you to enjoy the country, for you to do whatever you had to come and do here. So finally, I suffered with you guys because I know many of you didn't know what to do. I have a subscriber that was sending me messages on Instagram asking, hey, Mark, any news? Hey, Mark, any news? Hey, Mark, I have a trip scheduled, booked for Thursday, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I go for the visa. You don't need the visa now. It's official. Guys, I just have 5% of my battery for my Instagram. Let me see if I can plug here. I'm relieved because at least I was correct. Nobody's gonna say, yeah, your content is very misleading, you know, you said something, but I don't see any official notes anywhere. So now you can trust me. It's official. You guys won't need the visa to come to Brazil. It was expected that, to be honest with you, all right, guys, because um, it was written on the first live that I made tonight, I think 2 hours ago. I said this. It was written on two reports that I read. In case the government fails to fulfill their promise, tomorrow morning, the subject is going to be in the voting agenda of the Congress people. And they are going to vote against this. And when they vote against this, it becomes official, meaning that the government cannot go back and insist on this because they have already said no, they have already rejected. So the government didn't want to run this risk. And all they had to do was to make it official, to post their decision, to release their decision through the newspaper by saying, now we're going to delay again, we're going to put it off until next year, and you guys can come to Brazil without worrying about the visa. Now it's official. Don't have to worry about this. But anyways, I want to read the report for you guys. The report is from Globo. Oh, it says here I have reached the limits of free reports. That's too bad. Let me see on the other computer here. 1 second, please. Let me see here. The name of, okay, Governo prorroga decreto. So, Governo prorroga, which is to postpone, right, or to delay. Prorroga decreto, which is the decree, que prevê isenção. It's from Globo, isenção. Remember, Globo is one of the biggest in Brazil. Governo prorroga decreto que prevê isenção de vistos para turistas dos Estados Unidos. I don't know why they are saying Japan again. It's not necessary because Japan is in another level. Canada and Australia. So the government published at Diário Oficial da União, I'm reading, okay, in the night of this Tuesday, a decree that prorogates, I don't know if I'm using the verb correctly, or puts off the demand of visas for tourists of the United States, Canada, and Australia for April 2025. The measure that removed the requirement for the authorization of the entry for the citizens of those countries, they are asking me now to pay, and I cannot read the rest. Too bad. But guys, now that they have, there's another one here, 1 hour ago. Take a look, G1. Okay, the federal government put off the request for visas for tourists of the United States, Australia, and Canada for April 2025. A decree from President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, published in extra edition. I told you guys, if you were here a little before, I said, guys, don't worry, until the end of the night, we're gonna have news. I was not wrong. I was right. Okay? Postponed, yeah, thank you. Postponed is a good word. So a decree from President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, published in extra or special edition at Diário Oficial da União of this Tuesday, officialized the extension of the benefit for citizens of those countries. Without Lula's act, the travelers coming from those three nations would need to have the Brazilian visa starting by Wednesday 10th, aka tomorrow, right? This is the third time the government postpones the measure. And who knows, maybe he will accept not to charge anymore, you know? The federal government had taken such a decision based on the principle of reciprocity. Once the United States, Canada, and Australia demand visas from Brazilians, in the Congress, the congressman threatened to vote a project. Actually, it's called a PDL, which is Projeto de Decreto Legislativo, something like legislation decree project, to cancel or to null the effects of Lula's decree that required the visas again. The negotiation for putting off the demands was led by Secretaria de Relações Institucionais, or a SRI, Institutional Relation Agency, and the base of Lula in the House of Chambers, in the Congress, right? So, guys, it's official now. You guys don't have to have the visa. If you like, I heard there is a one of these people that I was talking had a friend that was traveling tomorrow morning. Just tell the friend to travel tomorrow morning without worrying about this because it's official now. Let me read a little bit here. I was walking in LinkedIn, and one of my contacts in the Brazilian parliament informed me, and I thought, I have to inform Mark and Brad and the viewers. Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you so much. What is the latest news about the visas from the USA? Donnie, the latest news is that you don't have to get a visa until April 10th, 2025. So far, okay, let's just enjoy the moment, enjoy the day. Lots of things can happen until then, so you don't have to worry about this, right? Maybe they will really say, come on, you're exaggerating, you're overreacting. Think about the benefits of keeping the exemption of the visa for these people. Maybe. So we have to wait and see. But at least you can travel and come here and, not worry about this. Saiu o balde do Brahma Zé Pagodinho, time for party for the Americans. Yes, that's it. I'm so happy, guys. I had a very busy day, as I usually do on weekdays. Last night, I couldn't post anything. I'm sorry. I was supposed to, at least 3 videos a week. But I was following the whole situation closely because I know how much that affected your lives. So I really felt the necessity of being here and informing you. When I didn't have news until 7 p.m., that's the time I went live, I was getting desperate because I was receiving messages from American friends and some American subscribers. And they were saying, oh my God, I have a trip and I don't know what to do, Mark. Please let me know as soon as you get something. So here is the message. Now it's official. We are relieved, feel, and you guys can travel to Brazil without worrying about this. And now we can talk about other things here on the channel, right? There are so much to cover when it comes to Brazil, right? We have history, we have culture, we have places to suggest. We have more walking vlogs that I intend to do, more neighborhoods, and this topic of visa will be dead for a while, for a long while, until we have to talk about that again. And I hope next time I come and talk about this, at least it's going to be to say, now they won't request that anymore. Okay? I was going to say something else. Oh, there is another thing going on, which is the fight between Elon Musk and one of the justices here in Brazil, the minister. So it's a good topic for me to keep you guys updated on what's going on, so at least, my God, will I be able to go into Brazil or not will be over for a while, right? I hope they will make the permanent visa easier because it's time to leave Europe behind and live in Brazil. Yeah, so I hope so. Now there's a big probability, so At least for a whole year, you guys won't have to worry about this. Between us, I think São Paulo is much easier and safer to invest for foreigners than Rio. Rio outside, Rio capital, no problem. But yeah, this is complicated to say, but I agree with you. I think São Paulo is now being discovered by the rest of the world, which is really cool. I was having lunch with an American friend of mine, a new friend because I met through the channel. He's here in São Paulo, and he was telling exactly this. He was saying, incredible. He's from Texas. He said a lot of my fellow countrymen still think Brazil is poor, huh? Still think Brazil is third world. They have no idea the size of São Paulo and how incredible you guys are, and so many projects taking place. This is a wonderful playground for investors. That's why I'm here again, second time in less than 3 months. So he was telling me this. I found it very interesting because he's having a different view because he's traveling. He's open minded. He's traveling and getting to know more about Sao Paulo. So yeah, I think so. That's it, guys. Do you have any questions about anything that I could answer in this period to make this live worth? I think it's going to be worth just by. I'm going to make a beautiful thumb for the video saying, you guys are free to come, no visas, not necessary anymore, till 2025. But I didn't have time to prepare a video, record, edit. I had to come here with this messy hair, with this tired face. I haven't had dinner yet, but I wanted to come for you guys to have this good news from me and from the channel. Okay, let me read here the comments. It's a pleasure, the Mr. Alexander. It's a pleasure. I'm very happy for you guys, to be honest. This is to shut up a lot of mouths that thought I was for the visa, you know. I don't know. I think we need to think of other. The best way for us to end this debate is improving life in Brazil. I believe this. You want to be able to, our passport is accepted in many places, but you want to be able to enter the United States easily and other countries, improve life in Brazil, give the citizens a better condition to the point they won't think of immigrating. I don't think about immigrating. I love my country. I'm a big fan of my city. You see this when I make the videos on the street. I'm a fan of all the new developments and of all the new trains that I see being put for the population. The health system is fantastic. So make Brazil better, and we won't have to talk about that ever again, whether or not the US should open the visas, because Brazilians won't want to live there. They will prefer to stay here, close to family, speaking their language. So that's what I believe. But I'm very happy for you guys. I'm very happy. It's a reason to celebrate. I hope you guys pop a champagne there and celebrate and be ready to pack your bags and come to Brazil. Okay? Okay, I live in Zona Oeste, Recreio dos Bandeirantes, which falls under Barra da Tijuca, but people in business pay taxes to let's say their names on gas bottles and telephone. Yes, it's terrible. It's for chilling in São Paulo, it's for business. They will leave you more alone and safe in these things. Well, São Paulo nowadays, man, I'm gonna say that I don't want to commit a mistake and be unfair here, but if I'm not mistaken, the past 2 or 3 years, São Paulo has been the most visited city in Brazil. Correct me if I'm mistaken, you can check the numbers. I think people are discovering São Paulo now. And I'm not being regional, I'm just saying that that's what I read, you know. People are discovering São Paulo, there's more to the city than just business, you know. We have a lot of business, but of course, business means money, and with money, you have better shopping malls, you have better parks, you have better transportation, you have more events. So if an artist wants to play for Brazil, he's going to come to São Paulo, you know what I mean? It attracts more people, consequently. So the city of São Paulo is now having a wave of tourists. not only for business. Info on buying land in Brazil. Land, specifically land. I have no idea, man. Oh, I think I know. My channel has a video that if you want, you can ask me in private on Instagram. I can send you the link. But my channel has a video where I show the websites that you should go if you want to look for properties in Brazil. Okay, there are some specific websites. You just have to click and change the name. You say, for example, I want an apartment, so you go to apartamento. Oh no, I want a commercial building. Commercial building. So you just specify what you're looking for, but it's the same website. Terra, they put terra or propriedade, which is piece of land. So I think you can buy from there as well. And you can also filter the locations where you're looking for a property. São Paulo, what neighborhood in São Paulo, Rio, and so on. So we can move inside Brazil and go to other. Rio Grande do Sul, Vale do Paraíba, yes, I agree. I have the luck that I am Moroccan and brown and look Brazilian and speak. You look Brazilian, but what does looking Brazilian mean? I ask this question, Richard, because what exactly is a Brazilian? Nobody knows, to be honest with you. Remember, Brazil is a mix, is a melting pot of cultures and races, and you have the Japanese that are mixed with Brazilians, with the dark skinned, with white skinned, blonde, and so it's hard to say you look Brazilian. You know what I mean? Because I look like this, but I have Portuguese descendancy. My family comes from Portugal, right? But I wouldn't be. I mean, I was investigating my family tree, and my complete genealogy is Portuguese. Uh, and funny thing, Sephardic Jewish, so Jewish blood back in the 1500s. You know, my great grandfather escaped to Portugal. He ran away from Portugal to escape Inquisition. They were burning the Jewish that didn't want to become Christians. This is my lineage through my grandmother. But my grandfather is another lineage, and there is a Portuguese guy somewhere there as well. But also a mix with the slaves, maybe, I don't know. But it's hard to say that I look Brazilian, you know, because Brazilians are a big mix, basically. In São Paulo, you see that a lot. Land can be bought, depends on the acreage. Zap Imóveis, yeah, Zap Imóveis is a good one. There is another one called Quinto Andar, Quinto, new word, Andar. Quinto Andar, it's also very popular. Nowadays, probably the biggest one is Quinto Andar. But there is another one, if I'm not... Vila Real. Villa, like just one L, like Villa in Spanish. Villa, and then Real together. Villa Real. It's a possibility for you guys to find properties. Are you a rental agent in São Paulo? Not rental, Donnie. Not rental. I know places that rent. If you need a help, just send me a message on WhatsApp. We can talk about it. WhatsApp? No, sorry, on Instagram. From Instagram, I can give you my WhatsApp number. But not renting. I don't deal with that. I don't have the document of a realtor yet. This is a plan down the line to sell apartments for you guys. Actually, this is something I said during my live on Sunday. I'm gonna get a license for me to become a realtor, and my idea is to operate, to have my business all over Brazil, because I really want to put the name of the channel in practice, not São Paulo and subtitles, Brazil and subtitles. So I want to really start selling things in Santa Catarina, in Paraná, you know, you name it. You tell the place, I will go after a property for you guys. I look Brazilian enough to enter Zona Norte and CDD and Complexo do Alemão alone without being noticed as a gringo. Wonderful. Very good. Okay. Many German descendants in southern Brazil, many Japanese descendants here in São Paulo. Exactly, man. Exactly. There are a lot of descendants. And we also have, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but we have a city in São Paulo, in the countryside, that I have relatives in, by the way. It's called Americana. It's a very nice city, really nice. At a point of my life, I almost ended up living there. My father was retiring and he was considering moving away from Guarulhos to Americana, but it never happened. Americana was founded by Americans. So when you see the size of the streets, amazing. It's twice the size of the regular streets in Brazil. And it's very beautiful. Founded by Americans who escaped the United States, running away from civil war, I guess. Maybe you guys can help me on this. But next to Limeira in Santa Bárbara do Oeste. Very good, beautiful. Very good. Thank you, Richard. That's it. So Americana, it has Americans. So do you think those Americans didn't have kids here? There are American descendants in Brazil that can say, my father and my mother are from the United States. My father and my mother are Canadians. So that's Brazil, man. That's the beauty of things. The other day, it was funny because I went jogging to Ibirapuera Park, from my house to Ibirapuera Park, and we were in three guys. So it was me, Jewish descendant, it was a guy, Japanese descendant, and it was a black guy. So I said, what other country can you see this? And we are very good friends by the name. Their name is, by the way, their names are Lauro and Alexander. They're my good friends. So what other country would see people living in peace like this without looking at you and remembering the color of your hair or the color of your skin or the color of your eyes? They just look at you and see a human being. That's why I love Brazil. Olambra Dutch, very nice, man. I love this guy. Olambra, I've made a video about Olambra, Hitchin. Olambra is really beautiful. It was a Dutch founded city. If you guys see my video, it's called, I think, the Netherlands in Brazil, something like that. It's the city of flowers, by the way. Really good. Americana School next to Limeira. Yes, okay, I've read it. Any news just getting here? Mr. Creatine, yes. I opened this live both on Instagram and on YouTube to say, now it's official. What I had said to you guys, and you were there, 7:30 p.m. Brazilian time, that probably the government would release the news until the end of the night. It happened. President Lula made it official. No visas required for you guys until April 10th, 2025. Okay, now it's official. And at least I didn't make a fool out of myself and lost your credibility, right? Or lost the credibility of the channel with you guys. Now you can still believe in me. Are you Sephardic? Cool, our neighbors in Morocco. Yes, man, but I am Sephardic down the line. Like if I check my family tree, and by the way, I'm gonna make a video about this because I discovered this last year. It was I think my ninth grandfather. He came to São Paulo when São Paulo was not a state yet. It was we called a capitania, like a province. He came to São Paulo in 1586. And he ran away from the Portuguese because the Portuguese were burning people in fires, in bonfires, in public square, because these people didn't want to become Christians. So he ran away, and his history mixes with the history of São Paulo. If you go to the books of history of the city of São Paulo, the name of my great grandfather appears many times because he worked with the government of the province at the time. He sold weapons for the Brazilians of São Paulo to fight the Portuguese, and and conquered the independence. So it's a very interesting story. If you get the books of genealogy about the people of São Paulo, my ancestor appears in many pages. I just didn't get the Portuguese citizenship because the third generation of my grandfather, my great 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 grandfather, or more than that, 9 times great grandfather, they went to Bahia. They went to Livramento do Brumado, which is a city close to Espírito Santo here in Brazil. So when they went there, the things in Bahia are not so organized as they are in São Paulo. All the registers might have disappeared in the church where they registered the name of my ancestors. So from all the line that I had, there is just one couple that disappeared, one documentation that disappeared. So I cannot get the Portuguese citizenship. It would be interesting because of the history of my family. So it's a very interesting story. When I discovered that through a cousin that lives in Portugal, a Brazilian guy, I didn't believe myself. So I had to study and investigate, and then I paid a guy who's a genealogist, and he investigated the history of my family and discovered it was true. You know, my family comes from Israel, but in the 13 or 1400s, and then another generation was raised in the Iberian Peninsula, in the places where today is Spain and Portugal, right? So before it was Spain, and after, right? Because Portugal was in the 1100s, became a Portugal. But my family grew in Spain and Portugal, and this guy that left was from Portugal. It's a very interesting story. Tell me about Bahia. I know we were a lot and have friends in the aldeia. Yeah, Bahia. Was like the first city that the Portuguese landed when they discovered Brazil was Porto Seguro, which is a city in Bahia, right? How hard is it to obtain residency as an American? Any requirements for residency? Osama, I need my glasses because I was reading Obama. I would say, wow, Barack Obama is among us. Osama, as an American, for you to get a residency, it depends on what you have, right? Because you can apply, for example, for a digital nomad visa, and you can get residency during this period, temporary, right? And then it can become permanent. You can apply as a student. One of my friends, Jonathan, who plays basketball with me from time to time, you see him in my videos, is going to apply for student. Okay. There is another one that is retirement visa. I'm working on a case as we speak for an American who is retired in the US and he wants to transfer the pension to Brazil. It's very possible, but you have to make at least $2,000 a month. So yes, you qualify. Of course, you qualify if this is a pension. A pension, teacher, but I'm not retired. Look, you don't need to be old. If you have a pension of any kind that you receive monthly, and you can prove that, you can transfer to Brazil and live in Brazil. They're going to grant you the visa, the residency visa. The process lasts 3 to 6 months, and it's worth it. It's really fast. And for example, you can come here, apply from here is the best thing, applying from Brazil, like this guy's doing. And then from here, we go to Polícia Federal, we apply for the visa, and it takes 3 to 6 months. And it's exactly the time that you Americans have to be in Brazil. 90 days, renewable for 90 more days. So during this period, you can get the visa, and stay for a year. That will be renewed again. every year until they say, no, not necessary anymore, you can stay. But there are other cases, like marrying a Brazilian woman or a man. Uh, Brazil is open for this. It doesn't matter your sexual orientation. Gay people nowadays have the possibility. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying gay people nowadays have the wedding recognized in Brazil. So you can marry a woman here, or you can invest. Oh, there is the investment visa as well. I've made a video about this. You can buy a property, okay, in Brazil and invest 1 million reais in São Paulo or the southeast of the country, 1 million worth in properties, and you can get the visa for you and your family. That includes kids and wife, probably the dog. And it's 500,000, 500, no, it's 800,000 in the Northeast. It's a little cheaper. Can you put the link where they release the news? I can put the link where they release the news here. I'm not sure you're going to be able to see it because they request you to be a subscriber. But try. I'm going to post the link there. It's from O Globo, a big newspaper here. And you can check if you can open there. Anyways, I will print the screen and probably post on my Instagram for you guys to be able to see. But it's official. You can trust me. Because I saw this in many different websites now. They were just waiting for that. And it was like updated 10 o'clock. It was 10:25 p.m. today. So it's official, right? Oh, thanks for the super chat here. Is it safe to take an Uber from Ipanema to Volta Redonda? Man, I don't live in Rio. I know I've been to the city like 10 times before. I think so. I don't think you would have a problem. You're going to get a driver that is local, so he knows his ways. So probably you won't have any trouble. Yeah, the guy saying here, Hitcham knows Rio a lot, so omnibus much easier. Yeah, I don't know how much you would pay from Ipanema to Volta Redonda. To be honest with you, not even the distance. Can you share with us, Hitcham? So, Ipanema até Volta Redonda, no Rio. Oh, it's distant, huh? Close to Duque de Caxias. Yeah, just a second. Just to see if I'm looking at the right thing. What? No, I'm not looking at the right thing. It says here that Ipanema is in São Paulo. What? Oh yeah, it's kind of distant. I can see the city of Rio here. And Volta Redonda is kind of distant. I don't think, yeah, you're gonna leave the city, man. I don't think it's a problem. Not at all. Maybe 60 reais. I'll check Uber app. Yeah, no, I don't think it's a problem because you'll be leaving the city. Look. You're gonna get a road, no? Yeah. BR-116. BR-116, which is a famous, well, every time you have BR is a national road. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Close to Barra Mansa. Yeah. Look, I think you can get a bus, no? Can go to Rodoviária Novo Rio bus station and travel from the city to Volta Redonda. Volta Redonda is one of the destinations you'll find at Rodoviária Novo Rio. Correct me if I'm mistaken, my friend Hitcham. take the ônibus, take the bus. It's much easier than the Uber. Because you're gonna have to leave the city. It's a very happy night, guys. If you guys don't have any questions, I'm gonna leave because I need to take a shower, have dinner, and it's 11:07 right now in São Paulo, in Brazil. Screenshot to your Insta. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. So guys, whatever you need, remember the purpose of this channel is not only making videos for you guys, it's be a bridge for you between your countries, your culture, and my country, my culture, right? Demystifying Brazil, showing that you shouldn't believe in everything you watch because the media tends to focus just on the bad things. We have a lot of good things. We have a lot of good people, and I say that out loud, a lot of good people, very gentle people that will treat you well, especially when you say you're a foreigner, something I don't see anywhere else, just in Brazil, because foreigners sometimes are demonized in other countries. So we don't have this problem in Brazil, right? So if you need anything, send me a direct message. I'm going to be answering what you need to know. If I know, if I don't know, I will investigate and learn. All right. I'm very happy for you guys. If you're coming here again, if you're coming here right now, if you're arriving right now, the purpose of this live was to say, now it's official. Before it was just a conversation on the backstage, but already published in the media. Now it's official. You guys don't need a visa. Do you have to travel to Brazil tomorrow? Be happy. You don't need a visa. Do you have a trip booked for Thursday? Fly to Brazil. Be happy. You don't need a visa. And this is going to happen until April next year, 2025. Don't worry about it. Or until I have to come here again and say, look, they have changed this. Now they decided not to charge anymore. Who knows? They're going to have to negotiate, government and the opposition. Okay, that was the purpose. This is the second live I'm having tonight. So, but this one is official. Don't worry about the visa. Be happy. Okay? Thank you very much for everything. Thank you, ELS, for the super chat. Thank you for the support. I want to say, if you guys like the lives, I'm going to make it even more professional from now on. I'm going to use a new software. I'll share the screen with you when I read something. So it's going to be more professional because this is very amateur. And remember, every Sundays, we're going to have a live. You have an appointment with me at 6 p.m. Brasilia time. Check your time zones there. 6 p.m. Brasilia time, I will be live. I hope to see you all here, sharing info about Brazil, answering your questions, having fun, talking about good things, because that's the purpose of this channel. All right, people from Instagram, thank you very much. I'll see you on Sunday at 6 p.m., okay? Itamaraty website or not? I don't know if it's there already. I know it's in Diário Oficial da União, which is a newspaper that is published every time the president releases a decree. So it's pretty loyal, it's pretty reliable, okay? Don't worry about it. Oh, thank you. More lives. Thank you, ELS, for another super chat. I will have more lives. Guys, by the way, this live for the subscribers, not for the members. I mean, the members can participate, but I will have one live a week for the members of the community. So if you guys are interested in learning about the communities that we have and support the channel even more, remember, everything you guys do here, all the money that you are investing on the channel goes for the channel, not for my pocket, goes for the channel. New microphone. My God, I'm talking to you guys and the microphone is far away, is distant from you. You should be here. So look, new microphone. I'm sorry, guys. You should have told me. New microphone, new trips. I can travel to Santa Catarina, to Paraná, to Rio. So yeah, I can pay for my stay because of your support, and the channel becomes more interesting as a consequence. I will test the food, try food, I will test the places and say, stay here, don't stay there. So your support means that. If you guys want to learn, go check the three categories we have. We have a tourist, we have resident, and we have citizens. And your name will appear in every video that I make as a thank you. And if you are a citizen, which is the biggest category, I'm gonna have a private chat with the members. So I'm planning to have like a Zoom chat or a Teams chat where you guys will be able to talk to me directly. I will see your faces and you ask anything, and we're gonna discuss and become friends. All right? How to become a member? Okay, go check the under this live. There is a button called join or become a member, something like this. Click on it and you see three categories. Choose one of them, and the one that fits your pocket or the one that shows how much you want to contribute, and just pay from there. I think you have to use the credit card. The visa required for Obama and his permanent visa. What are you talking about? Usamos Itamaraty website or not? To find the information. I think so. No, I think gov.br, HM. Osama, if you want to get information about visas, you go to gov.br. They have their content translated to English, so you can do that. You can check there. But I keep an eye on the channel because I'm always making videos about these things. I'm gonna make a video about the retirement visa. Probably, I have already made one about the digital nomad visa. Go check it, okay? Don't forget the anniversary of the most famous F1 driver, our beloved Ayrton Senna in April. Hitcham, you're a very smart guy, man. You're touching a topic that has been haunting me for the past few weeks. If you look, the channel has existed for 5 years. I haven't made a video about Ayrton Senna so far. Why? Because it hits home, right? I was 13 years old when he died. I saw the commotion. I've never seen a country suffer for the loss of an athlete like Brazil suffered with this guy. I don't know if you remember this. Guys, imagine a whole week the media mourning, the people mourning the death of this guy. So special he was for us. So it was hard for me to produce something about Ayrton Senna. I think I'm ready now, but I wanted to create something worth his level because for me, he was the biggest Brazilian in sports and in many other segments. An amazing guy, not only a fantastic F1 pilot or driver, right? But also a fantastic human being with social work. He was a patriot when it was hard for us to be patriots. He would win the race and get a Brazilian flag from the public, from the audience, and get a final lap waving the Brazilian flag when it was hard for us to be Brazilians because we had inflation, problems, political scandals, and this guy taught us how to love Brazil. So he died on May 1st, 1994. Next May 1st, we celebrate, if I can say that, 30 years of his death. Of course, I'm going to have a special video about this guy. Okay, lived in Santana, yes. Namakar, what? There's a heart blocking your word, so I'm a car guy, okay. Not a move engine. So yeah, that's why. Very interesting. Same word indeed, I understand. So, and look, I have a friend, man. Boa noite, meu querido, tudo bem? Douglas, right? Pina. Boa noite, Pina, tudo bem? I have a friend who is an Ayrton Senna fan. He has many things from Ayrton Senna in his house. So he was guiding me. He was walking me through some things on how to make a video about Senna. So I probably will visit the cemetery. I'm still thinking about it, if I should go to where he was buried. I don't want to sound or look disrespectful. So I was thinking of going there, or maybe go to Interlagos, and instead of filming in the studio here, filming Interlagos. That's where the Formula One races, you know. So yeah, if you guys have suggestions, I'm open for that. There is a museum, not a museum, but it's like an institute, Ayrton Senna Institute. They keep helping kids. So maybe I will find interesting things from him. But I just want to see if I can take it, because I cried a lot when he died. I liked the guy, even though I was young. It's going to be hard for me to hold back tears, you know? But he deserves this, man. Wherever he is, Ayrton Senna deserves some recognition. He can't be forgotten for all the things he has done to Brazil. And it's nice to see drivers like Lewis Hamilton from England. The guy is a big fan of Brazil and the Brazilian people. He knows Anita. He loves Ayrton Senna. He says Ayrton Senna was his inspiration. So, yeah, I think he deserves a very nice video. Guys, thank you very much. If I keep talking to you, instead of having dinner, I'm going to have breakfast. So, thank you so much. Again, congratulations for all of you Americans. You guys have won. Americans, Canadians, and Australians. You will be able to travel to Brazil visa free for the next 12 months. But you have my word, I will be in charge of keeping my eye on the whole thing, the whole negotiation. And when it's worth coming here and talking to you about this, you guys will know through the channel. So subscribe if you haven't. Come on, share the content with the people that are interested in Brazil. Let's try to grow the numbers. If you want to help me, you already helped me with this. Let's try to grow the numbers. I need more people. Thank you very much. May God bless you all. Bye-bye, people from Instagram. Thank you so much. And if you want to watch the whole live, just go to the channel and watch the live that I came here to say you guys are free from visas until April 2025. God bless you all. Thank you for the super chats, ELS. Thank you for all the support. Bye-bye, guys.